we're going to look at another strongman favourite, which is the Viking press. So the Viking press has been around since Viking times. But it's a great move, brilliant for those shoulders, and it's a really impressive move, so it's a nice one to add into your training session. Now sometimes you'll struggle to find something like this in your gym. I am going to show you an alternative that you'll be able to do in any gym that you come across. So it's important to remember that the Viking press works on a pivot, which means the weight that you have loaded isn't actually the weight that you're going to lift at the handles. So it's a bit of guesstimation work here, but the thing to remember is the closer you are into the weights, the less weight you're going to be lifting, and the further away you are, the more weight you're going to be lifting. But saying that, don't worry a huge amount about that. As long as you're progressing, as long as the weight's going up, you're improving, you're getting stronger, and that's the main thing. So I would say that a lot of the power for this move comes from the calves. I know it sounds a little bit weird considering it's a shoulder move. However, the drive through the calves at the start of the move will decide whether you're going to get that weight up or not. So there's two ways to do this move. We're going to start with the easier way. You're going to come in under the handles. You don't want your feet directly under the handles. You're going to be very, very slightly back because you are going to do a lean into this move, a slight lean. So you're going to have your feet hip distance apart and you're going to point your toes out slightly. Then you're going to grab the handles. Usually you will be on the outside of the handles because a lot of the time the lats will push those arms out. But again, this is personal preference. If you feel better bringing the hands in, bring them in. From there, you're going to take the weight. So the pressure is on my shoulders now. I'm going to dip the knees slightly, drive up towards the ceiling. Bring it back down, dip and drive. So as you'll see, as I get to the top, there's a very, very slight lean forward. This is perfectly normal. You're using your body weight just to finish off the move. So going again, it's up, slight drop at the knees, drive up towards the ceiling. Back down. If your toes come off the ground, that is perfectly okay. Drop down and drive. So as you'll see to that, there's a very slight bend at the knees, loads of power from the calves, and extend all the way up to finish the move. Now we're going to look at the second way to do it. This is going to be a little bit harder, but you're going to face away from the weights, and this is how normally you will see it in the strongman competitions. Same foot position, so hip distance, toes slightly pointed out. Again, you can widen those feet out if you need to. You're going to take the weight, dip down slightly, and drive up. So this move is a little bit harder because you're not able to use your weight to finish off the move. So let's look at what not to do.
Double dipping is when you make a second movement of the knees during the lift. So we dip down once to start the drive, but you are not allowed to dip the knees again to complete the lift. Usually this happens when someone is struggling to complete the move. Here we see it from the front. I dip down, drive up, but have to dip my knees again to complete the move. This is incorrect form. By standing too close, you see my hands are pushed back over my shoulders, which is putting excess pressure on the shoulder joint. Equally, standing too far back pulls the shoulders forward and can cause shoulder injuries.
So nothing in the gym that resembles this piece of equipment? No problem. So here's an alternative that you can use in any gym. So you've got your safety bars in your rack, you've got your barbells set up, and where you're going to be holding them, you've got that set slightly lower than the higher side up there. That's the pivot end. You're going to put your weights on here, and then you're going to press up with these handles. At this end, we've got a weight plate either side of the safety bar just to lock it into place. So there you go, that's the Viking press. So thanks for watching, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.